Welcome, Yogi. Today we're going to look at some of the alignment cues for your Warrior One pose, Virabhadrasana 1. So let's come straight into it and work through it together. From the top of your mat, we'll start with stepping your right foot back. If you're just starting a practice, your step doesn't have to be too far. Make sure it's a comfortable distance where you feel balanced, and you're going to let the right heel come down to the ground. To help that happen, point those right toes to the top right corner of your mat, so maybe 1 on a clock. Your left toes, however, stay pointing to 12. Now bend your left knee and make sure that it comes up over the ankle or is perhaps a little bit behind. As you do this, if you're tempted to go further forwards, that's a sign that perhaps you need to lengthen out a bit, so you can wiggle your back foot back a little bit more so that the knee remains over the ankle or behind. So this is your Warrior One stance. In traditional yoga schools, there is a cue to have your heels aligned, heel to heel, as if you're on a tightrope down the middle of your mat. I personally find that this can be quite tricky to square forwards in your chest and sometimes causes some discomfort in the back knee. So I like to widen my foot just a few inches over to the right, as if I was stood on train tracks rather than that tightrope, and that makes it much more comfortable to turn forwards, a little safer on the knee, but still a great stretch and strengthening pose. So you have your right foot pointing to 1, your left to 12, and your left knee comes up over your ankle. Now don't worry about what direction your hips are in. Some places, some teachers or schools may cue to turn your hips forwards, but I prefer to leave mine where they are to keep this back knee comfortable. But take your hands to your rib cage and turn your rib cage forward, so your shoulders and your ribs turn forwards. And notice that you can get them to square towards the front of your mat. Keep this right thigh strong as you do. So once you've squared your chest to the front, you can put your hands to a prayer position in front of you. This is a nice place to start with your arms. If you're feeling comfortable here, think about lifting your torso upright and maybe take your hands up overhead so that your arms frame around your ears if possible. If they're a little forwards, that's okay. Over time, try to strengthen the upper back, lifting the hands up and back. So in this pose, you're facing towards the front of your mat. Relax your face and you'll look straight forwards. Remember to breathe, of course, Yogi. Bring your hands down. And to come out today, let's step straight forwards. Rest your hands by your sides for a moment. Take a deep breath. Let's try that same pose on the other side. So you'll take a step back with your left foot. If you're just starting your practice, make sure the step isn't too big. If you're getting a little bit more comfortable with your practice, perhaps it inches back. Check in with your feet, your left toes. Point to that top left corner of your mat, or about 10 or 11 on a clock. Your right toes point straight forwards, and you'll bend that right knee, and it's either just behind the ankle or straight over. Try and avoid it going any further than that. If you want to have a bigger stride, resist the knee going further, walk the back foot further back. Okay, so that's your base. You've got your left leg strong and straight. Right leg is strong too. Hands on your ribs. Turn your ribs to that short end of your mat, looking straight forwards. Think about upright in the torso, hands to prayer, shoulders relaxed. This can be your pausing point for your Virabhadrasana. And if you're feeling okay here, you're remembering to breathe. You stretch your arms straight up overhead, keeping the navel pulling back, ribs hugging in. And as much as possible, if the hands are forwards, try to think up and back to really stretch through the torso and arms, strengthening them too. Take another breath here. And out. Good job, Yogi. Bring your hands down to a prayer position. Lean forwards. Take off the back foot, stepping forwards. And you've made your way through a successful Warrior One. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.